Hey, what's up, YouTube? I am back again. Today is Saturday, April 18th, and it is a cold morning. I am out at Carondelet Park, Boathouse Lake. I am trying to see what's out here. I have never fished here before, so today's going to be a new experience for all of us. I'm going to throw some little like crappie style, bluegill style baits today. I've got my backpack instead of all of my fishing gear because I had no idea what to expect, and it has been raining all night long. So that being said, we're going to come out here. It's about 10:15 in the morning ish, maybe 10:30 already. I don't know. Roughly on April 18th, 2026, Saturday. So yeah, let's go fishing. All right, guys, we're back here at Carondelet Park, and I just moved off of that dock that you're seeing in the distance, and came down a little bit further from where I started my morning. I just wanted to try out the dock, and turns out that it has got a lot of snags around it, of course, because you know that's what they do. They bury Christmas trees. But I'm still throwing this little trout magnet body, red and black bulldog color, and I'm gonna trim off a little of the excess line here. Made the knot a little too big on the loop knot, but that's okay. So we're going to throw it right along the side of the pond here. There's a little thing that comes out, and we're going to see if we can get any attention over here. Again, I don't know where the crappie are. I don't know where the fish are at this pond. I was guessing that they would have been at the dock around the Christmas tree area where they plant the Christmas trees in the water, but did not get any action over there. So, oh, I'm getting a bite, maybe, or it could be the bottom. I'm not sure. Yeah, that was a little weird. Okay, I'm going to throw it out a little farther and see if I can drag it along the side of the bank and not on the bank. Okay, well, we landed in the water with both the hook and the thing, so we'll see if it does any good for us. Now, I am at a public park, and there is live music going on over here. So I apologize. I'm not playing any unlicensed music, but it is live music at the park. So if you're hearing something in the distance, that is what you're hearing. I felt like I had a little bite a moment ago, so I'm trying to slow it down and see what happens. I may also change this up in a bit and put one of my little favorite baits on, which is a Trout Slayer crawdad body, and see if that might help us get any kind of bite. That little bite might have been a snag on some algae because I pulled a little algae off the bait here. All right, we're going out a little further so I don't throw it on the shore again. Let's see if there's anything out this way. With the wind on the water, there is some areas where it's bouncing all by itself, so I'm not really working it too hard. Just giving it a little tug in and roll it nice and slow with the reel in and see what happens here. And I did switch poles in case you didn't notice. Oh, that was a bite. All right, y'all need to take it. I did switch poles. I'm now with my 5.5 foot ultralight And I'm using the little Fluger reel on this one that I had on my old one before I broke it. So, yep. Okay. So I went with Bulldog today because I thought it would stand out and kind of contrast against the water being so stained and dirty since the rain last night. And it might keep working. I don't know. We might change it up to a bison color, or we might change it up to one of those little crawdad bodies and see what we get out of that. I tried the little curly tail grub for a little while, and that really didn't get any action at all. Pond, and I thought, oh well, maybe that's where we might have some fish holding on the side of it or something like that. But I have not gotten a bite at all, so we're going to try and come back around the other side. Oh, that was a bite. That's a bite. Okay, what do we got over here? Come on. All right, well, it had a little nibble down there. We're going to throw it back and see what happens. Again, my apologies for the live music. They're down here having some sort of festival, farmer's market, or something going on. I haven't been down there, so I really don't know what it is. But I didn't know that was going on today until I got out here. So it is an absolutely beautiful day. The breeze is keeping it cool. It's got a nice chill to the air. It's about 50 something degrees, probably 55 maybe at the most. But absolutely beautiful day out here. Nice blue skies now. It's like the calm after the storm situation. As usual, pulling in some algae behind this. So I'm just giving this little pop, 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 reel it in a little bit, and let it sit back down, drop back down, give it a little pop, pop. And I'm going to kind of do this around the whole pond and see if that allows us to catch any fish or not. I do see some debris down at this end that might make it a little more difficult, but we'll see what happens. So I would really appreciate anybody's feedback, on my videos. I don't get very many comments. I've gotten quite a few views, which is great, but I would love to hear from people. And if you have suggestions on stuff to use out here at these parks or anything like that, I'm open to suggestion, open to conversation, try and learn. I'm always learning stuff, trying to learn new stuff. And being that I'm new to the area, there might be some magic bait that everybody uses here that I'm not using. Would definitely appreciate that feedback. And hell, if you don't like my videos, then tell me that too. I am just trying to share my experience simply because there was not enough videos out here in the St. Louis area for me to find that told me what was available to fish. I'm just trying to share my experience so that somebody else that might be new to the area or somebody else new to the hobby that might be out here, trying to do the same thing I'm doing. I like to give an honest review of parks and situations, and that there's some parks and lakes that I have found that I think would be great for anybody coming in and learning new stuff. Oh, dang! I missed him. That was a good bite. Oh, still got him. Still got a biter on there. All right, run with it. Run with it. Take it. Take it. I think it was just a little bluegill, but that's okay. I'd be happy with that right now. All right. Well, that was good. Yeah, that was a good little tug. So I know there was actual fish on there. Of course, you always come back with a little bit of algae. And I forgot to put a towel in my pocket today from that, and I'm not walking back to the car. So if you see me wiping it on the sweatpants, that's what I'm basically doing today, is wiping my wet hands and whatever. I'll wash that when I get home. All right, I'm going to lower the bobber down about 6 inches and see if that keeps it off the algae sludge. We'll see. But we still have about probably 2-ish, maybe 2.5 feet. Oh no, got myself caught on some land grass here. All right, there we go. And I'm literally right on the edge of the pond here, the bank of the pond, because I know that these fish use the side of the pond as kind of a defense situation. And they hide themselves, in a space where it's kind of up close to the bank and whatnot, but it's a straight cement drop off, so kind of the area is normally where like crappie would hold in this time of year. Okay, well, I'm not getting anything on this side. I'm going to move on down a little more. We're going to keep this moving around. And I still ended up in the sledge. Okay. So maybe the bites I'm getting are actually just the algae catching on it and trying to hold on. I don't know. We're going to find out though. All right, going to turn this camera off, move on down around, and we'll pick up in a little bit here. All right, guys, we moved on around to the other side of the pipe. I'm still throwing this little itty bit guy. It's a 1/32 ounce jig head, and got it rigged up. It's got a good little action on this tail, so you would think any kind of bluegill or something like that would want to play with it. So I did figure out why I was not catching anything. This little section right here actually has a rocky point right where I just threw my bait, and it ends up dropping down quite a bit. So I'm going to go with fishing away from it and see if I get any attention with anything. Oh, there is definitely fish because I just saw a bluegill follow it. So that makes me happy. And we're going to throw this out and just keep throwing it just like that. See if anything wants to play with it. Another fisherman in here. All right. Okay, so I feel like maybe I need to go a little bit farther away from that rocky point. So I just threw it in here and just trying to bring it in slow because I feel like, maybe. Maybe I've got something attached to my hook. I don't know. That was interesting. Maybe I was hitting the bottom. I'm not sure. Let's go a little bit further out. I'm letting it sink down all the way now. I'm just trying to reel in toward the bottom, but I'm not sure if I'm snagging stuff. So that's the breaks of not using a float in these little ponds, is you get snagged up so quick. Oh, did I actually catch a fish? I did. Wow. And it's a bass. Okay. All right. We are not getting skunked, guys. Calm down, dude. Calm down. I'll help you. All right. We are not getting skunked, guys. We caught this little bass. A nice little, probably a good 6-7 inch bass. Pretty good size. Very healthy looking. Gonna let him go. All right. He took off. Okay, well that makes me feel better. I'm not completely crazy when I was assuming that there would be fish next to that. It's just took a minute to get to the right bait. And of course I've got myself all tangled up here now. So let's see, how can I get this undone? There we go. Okay, well, that was not necessarily the target species. However, I am happy to catch any fish. It could be a sucker fish for all I care. What in the world is going on here? Somehow I have got this tangled up and I cannot figure out what happened. There we go. Okay. So yay, that's a first for me. I have never caught a fish on one of these little itty bits. And the fact that it was a bass, it was even better because I was expecting it to be a bluegill. Oh, had another bite right off the bat. Okay. All right. I feel good about that. Okay, well, we're right on the edge of this. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Little fighter. All right, so now we caught a bluegill with this. This is what the target species was with this little bait. So that's what I'm glad to see. It's not huge, obviously, but it is a bluegill. And we're going to take it out, and I'll show you the camera here. Ah, you little sucker, jumped on me. Calm down, dude. I'll get you. Calm down. We're going to get you back in the water. Just chill. Don't you want to take your picture and get famous first? All right, so here's what we caught on that one. He is just a little bluegill, but that's all right. Get him back in the water now. And again, I forgot my towel, so I'm wiping my hand on my pants. I got to do laundry later anyway. I feel like they're just grabbing the tail of this. Oh, ow. Yep, there it was. Okay. So they're grabbing the tail, but they're not grabbing the hook. And that's okay, because this is a little tiny bait, and it's actually very durable. They can pull on it. It's one of those Bobby Garland itty bits. I'm not using an itty bit jig head. I'm using a 1/32 ounce because I have a hard time throwing the 1/64 ounce that comes with like a trout magnet setup to get any kind of. Go a little bit farther away from the bank line here. Just letting it dive down into the bottom. Just slowly reeling it in. Oh, right. Oh, that was a fish. Had him for a moment. And now I've got a tree. Okay. I can see it. Let's see if I can pull it out. All right. I broke the branch off the tree. My best stick fish of the day. And, ooh, that was hooked well. So I'm glad it broke off. All right. Don't need that back in the water. Okay. Feels like I'm getting nibbles. And I again, it could be the bottom of the pond that I'm catching. It's very possible. I'm just throwing it out and reeling it back in. So not doing anything fancy with it, not doing any jerks or any motions or anything, just letting the bait kind of do its own thing down here. Oh, there we go. All right, got a little bluegill. Hey, you know what? It's not big, it's not huge, but it's a fish, and it's right back in. All right. Well, hopefully I got that on camera because it was a cute little bluegill, and we're gonna go right back over there. I'm just throwing it out, letting it sink down. Once I get some slack in the line, it tells me it's on the bottom, and then I'm just reeling it in nice and slow. And I'm kind of doing the fan method today, just going to work my way across and see if anything is out a little bit deeper away from the side of the bank here. Okay, did we catch some sludge? We sure did. Let's clean that off real quick here. You know, I always like to present a clean bait to these fish, even though they live in dirty water. I don't think they want to see a dirty little bait. And honestly, this looks like a little minnow to me, so I personally wouldn't want to eat it if it had crap all over it. Okay, on the bottom, let's bring it back in. Now, I have watched a ton of YouTube videos myself, and big fan of like Richard Gene, the fishing machine, and I've learned a lot from watching his videos. So, which is why I went to a 1/32 with this, because he pretty much uses a 1/32 quite a bit. And, he's basically, every time I watch, it tells you that a 1/32 ounce jig will fall at about a rate of 1 foot per second. And so that tells me I've got about a 5 foot bottom where I'm fishing at currently, if my math follows that same logic, at least. Oh, oh, nibble, nibble. Oh, I had him for a second. Just a little guy, but that's okay. Like I said, today is all about the exploration of this place, trying to see what's in here, what we can find. And we've caught a few fish now, so I feel pretty good about that. Oh, okay. So they do want it. They're going to try and eat it. Got him. All right. Oh, that's a good one, too. Whoa. Okay. I lost it, and it shot the hook and everything right back at me, and I have got a mess. So that we know that worked, and that was an absolutely good sized bluegill. And yeah, we're gonna clean this mess up. I'll be back with you. Okay. Want to give this the old college try, so I'm going a little bit further out, and we'll see if that does anything for us. Oh, got him. All right. It's a little guy, but that's okay. All right. So the waxworms do work. The mummified waxworms, they don't taste good to me because I had a little piece of it stuck in my mouth after clipping off the thing, but that's okay. All right, we're going to show this little guy to the camera. I've got a good grip on him so I don't drop him this time. And we'll show you guys what's going on here. All right, just a little bluegill, but that's okay. I'm happy with him. So, and he jumped out anyway. Good Lord. I'm telling you guys, today is the blooper reel kind of day for me. So, all right, he's back in the water, little sucker. All right, we still have the waxworm on the hook, so I'm just going to keep using the same little piece of it here. And so what I'm going to do now, because maybe I wasn't doing it right, I don't know, but I'm going to throw it out a little bit farther from the shoreline and a little bit farther away from me. And again, I'm sorry I didn't bring a towel with me today, so I'm using my sweatpants to dry my hand off after these slimy fish, and it's going to smell real fun later, but that's what a washing machine is for. So yeah, it'll be all right. Okay, got a nice, fresh, preserved, mummified waxworm on here. And we're going to throw it out a little bit farther this time. Not hugely far, but far enough. So yeah, when I saw these wax worms, the original price was like $7 for a little container of them, and that's a good one. Okay, all right. I think it's a little bass. It is a catfish, maybe. It is a little channel cat. All right. Look at that. I had no clue they would eat these things. All right. Little tiny baby guy, but still, that's pretty awesome. Let me get the heck out, bud. There you go. All right. Ah, talk to me. Talk to me, baby. All right. Let's get it out of you. Okay. I'll show you off to the world, man. YouTube video. Haha. This little guy decided he wanted to bite my hook with the wax on it. And see if you can see him there. He's a little tiny channel cat. Beautiful little guy, healthy. And he's talking away. All right, we dropped him back in. That was awesome. I had never caught a catfish on one of these. Didn't even know that was something they would go after. So yay. That makes me happy. He came and got it too. He was like, oh, good. All right. Well, that's promising. So I'm going to try and rig this up so it looks decent again and not all gross. Because I know these little bluegill don't care what it looks like a lot of times. They'll eat little nugs of garbage. So we're just going to throw that back out, see if I'll catch anything else on it. If not, I'll change it up again. But yay, so I threw it out a little farther to get him. And we'll go with that again. That was pretty awesome. So that's a 3-species day so far. I've caught a little bass, I've caught some bluegill, and now I caught a little catfish. And yeah, it was a little catfish, but hey, little fish count too. Especially on an experiment day when you're trying to just catch something. Good little fighter though. Oh, got him. All right, another little bluegill. Hey, there is nothing wrong with catching bluegill and other little fish. I needed the stress relief more than anything. I don't care about the size of the fish. I just needed to come out here and get some stress time reduced, and here I am. This little guy played with my hook today. All right, gonna put him back in the water, splash down, there you go. Pew. But that cleaned off my hook, so now I can put a fresh wax worm on, because that's how I'm catching these fish. So I'm happy about that. Like I said, they come in these little containers, right? And so I went to Walmart, and Walmart was having clearance on just about everything fishing for a little while a couple months ago. And you know, they were originally like $7, and then they put them down to $5. And I still wasn't sold on it, because I'm if you've watched any of my videos, I'll tell you anytime, I'm cheap. I ain't even trying to pretend I'm very frugal. I'm very cheap. And if I can get anything at a bargain, I will. You know, I would much rather get a bargain and save my money for something that I really want. And okay, what did I do? How did I do this? Why are you all tangled up? Excuse me. And anyway, so they put them on down to $5, and I still didn't buy any at that point. I went back like 2 weeks later. They put them at $2, and I bought like 3 containers of them for $2 a piece. Well, then I went back, I don't know, probably a month later or so, and they had them drop down to $1 for a container. So at that point, I bought like 4 or 5 more containers of them. And just because, you know, if they're originally $7 and they're $1, hey, you can't beat that, right? I mean, honestly. So I wanted to give them a try anyway. And today being my experimental day, I said, you know what? Let's try this because I've never really used it. I used it at one other pond, gosh, when I first got them, and I caught a couple of bluegill, a couple of sunfish, I think, but nothing, of anything size wise or anything. Excuse me. Um, but yeah, so I just wanted to try them again here. My goodness, my throat is going crazy. Oh, okay, they're trying to bite it again. But when you can find them for $1, I'm not going to turn down that because you never know if they're going to be good or bad. I had never used them before, but I knew waxworms was a bait that I have caught many fish on in the past. We usually caught trout with them in California when I lived out there, and it definitely is a perch, bluegill, sunfish bait. But now I've caught sunfish, bluegill, and catfish. So that got a fish. All right, and it's a nice little bass. All right, look at this guy. All right, good sized little bass. Good. Oh, flopper. Okay, well we got you off the hook real easy. Let's show you off to the camera, buddy. All right, calm down. You're gonna have to calm down, dude. Calm down. You can't get back in the lake this way. All right, there you go. So looky, yes, we got a little bass. Another nice little one, probably a good 8 inches. Very nice little pond bass. I am not mad at the size. It's a beautiful fish. There you go. Boom. All right. Woo. I don't like that he came off the hook, but hey, at least we got to show him to the camera. That's awesome. And yeah, again, I've washed my hands in the pond and I'm wiping them on my sweatpants. But that's what happens when you don't bring a towel from the car. All right, well that felt good. I'm gonna keep going with this little itty bit. That was a good fish. Very happy with that. Happening here today. Oh, good. We got a good fish. Oh, what is this? Oh, what did we catch? Another little catfish? Yes. Another little catfish. All right. Wow, that's on both now the itty bit and the little thing that we had going on. Okay. Well, calm down, buddy. I'll get you. Get you off. Okay. Calm down. I know. I'm talking to you too. All right, guys. Look at that little guy. And hey, these are small, but little channel cats are absolutely cool looking. Look at the spots on him. And he's just talking away. Hi, give a little look to the camera. Say hi. Let's make your YouTube debut. All right, I'm gonna let him go. Good, he's off and running. But yay, that's awesome, guys. I was not expecting to catch catfish on this little thing. That makes me very happy. Wow. So it's been a definite 3 species kind of day. And again, we're not doing anything fancy with this bait. We're just letting it sink down and running it real slow. And we've been able to catch some things. And this spot, oh, had another bite there. Okay. So, Bobby Garland itty bits. Park Pond seems to be doing the trick. On a 1/32 ounce jig head that's sinking all the way to the bottom. Bringing it back around. Got some people coming up on me from behind here. And again, I'm just throwing this out and letting it sink down and bringing it in nice and slow. So far, that's been, oh, what do we got? We got a fish. Okay. It's a little guy. Little tiny bluegill. But hey, they went after that. That's awesome. I'll bring him over here and show him all. I barely got him hooked, but that's okay. Give myself some line. All right, let's get you off of here, dude. Calm down. Don't poke me. There you go. Good job. Good buddy. Good buddy. Okay, so we got this little guy now. And I do mean little guy. He's just a little dude, but that's okay. Let's see if I can get him in the camera frame here. All right, there we go. He's upside down, but that's all right. You gotta get the gist. Little guy. Oh, got a good one. Oh, wow. He's a fighting little bluegill. All right, little guy, but that's all right. Again, we're here. This is what we're catching. Hey, calm down, dude. Calm down. I'll get you off there. Calm down. There you go. Good job. All right, let's get that out of you. There you go. All right, so here's another little bluegill, and we just caught him on the wax worm under a float. So we're just trying to keep everything pretty simple today and experiment. He is beautiful in the sun. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but he gets a nice glisten off of him. It's like a purple shade. There you go, buddy. Back in the water. All right, so they are liking everything I'm throwing today, which is great. Happy about that. They didn't like the first little grub I threw, but you know, hey, that was an experiment. And again, I am literally just sitting on the park bench having a good afternoon here. I'm getting a little hungry. I might call it a day soon just to go home and eat and relax. Still have some chores to do at home. Got to do the laundry and wash these sweatpants after wiping my hand on them. Oh, wow. All right. That's a good one, too. Oh, that's a good fish. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, a bigger catfish. All right. Bigger catfish. All right. That's not really my size of keeping, but that's still bigger than the ones we caught earlier. Okay, I'm going to lay you on the ground, man. Chill. We got to get the heck out so you can chill. Okay, there we go. Good job. All right. Catfish are an interesting creature, that's for sure. All right, I'm going to show this to the camera, though. My goodness, that's a fat little guy. I can't believe he was eating. He's got to be a nice little fat guy. Look at that. Wow. Good size for, bigger than the ones we caught earlier. But man, look at that belly on that guy. Hey, say hello to YouTube. All right, make your debut. Sing a song. You want to croak for us? No? All right, put him back in the water. Thanks for playing, buddy. Appreciate you. Awesome. All right, guys, we're about to lose our battery here, so I'm going to call it a day and wrap this video up with an honest review of Carondelet Boathouse. I am very impressed. For a park pond that I had never been to before, I caught quite a bit of fish. Going to put this video together, get it out on YouTube in a few days, and let you all take a look. But really excited here today. It was totally an experiment because I didn't know what to expect, and very, very happy. The people have been friendly. I've talked to quite a few people walking by. Just overall, very, very welcoming feeling at this park, and they've got a little event going on, but You probably still hear that music, but I'm very excited that I came out today, and yeah, keep watching my videos. If you haven't yet, I'm begging you to please subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. I do my best to put these together, and I know as I grow, I'm going to get better at it. So please, right now it's like 5 or 6 people that are subscribed. So help me out, man. Subscribe and enjoy the videos. Appreciate you taking the time to watch, and thank you to YouTube for allowing me the platform to post what I'm doing out there. And appreciate y'all. Take care.